Okay, this is either going to be part 2 or this is going to be a better one about habits. It's hard to make easy habits, but easy to break them. It's easy to make bad habits and hard to break them, right? So the reason that was my point of the day is because I need to remember to put this closer to my mouth because the microphone sucks on my phone. It's a Google phone. It says "ka." I mean, all these things are amazing, but you know. So, anyways, I was gonna bring food out to work his recall, and then I forgot because it's not my habit to anymore. And the reason I broke that habit is because one time when we were playing, he ran off from in the middle of play to go chomp on a puppy, right? So instead of being like, man, we need to work more, I was like, well, this is never, if you're gonna run off during play and do that crap, because it's like, to counteract that prey drive, it's gonna take millions of practices, and then even then it might not even, you know what I mean? So that's why he's always gonna be on the long line, never be off, because I don't have a fenced area. But so when that happened, that made me break my habit of always having food with him, right? Now, you don't always need to have food. I just like to always have food, right? And you can never practice your recall enough, right? What else did I say? I was talking about blah, blah, blah. Oh, the other part was I've seen people do it with the balls, right? So you always have affection, right? And there's actually a chemical reaction that happens when you use affection. So for recall, your affection is actually the best reward. Of course, depending on the dog, because some dogs are like, yeah, I don't like that. But pretty generally. So, see, look, I go off on tangents all the time. We watch out for the chicken bones. The point was, with the balls. I think for using toy reward, I would prefer using tug, because it's something with you in that moment instead of just coming and then running off for the ball. But I've seen people very successful, they use the ball. And I think part of that too is because my habit is to throw the ball, right? So even when I'm doing my structured play, instead of like just throwing it like 1 foot back, I'm throwing it 10 feet, right? Whereas, so when people use the ball, the dog comes, they go boop, and they pop it like still right in the area. There's still something about that I don't know why. Just in my head, I don't like it. Because it's not actually doing something with you when they come back. You know what I mean? I mean, there's the praise, there's a little affection, I guess. I don't know. Something about the ball and recall. Now, if you had the tug ball, they come back and you tug with the ball. I like that. You know? It's just my opinion, and like I said, I've seen people use it, and it's great, and their dog's great. You know what I mean? So, what's the point of that? The point of that point was that everybody does things a little different, depending on the dog, and find out what works. What else? The main thing was about making your habits. You work hard to get you good habits. If you let them slip, that was the other part. If you let your habits slip, do what it takes to get back into it, right? So if I'm just like, dude, you forgot, right? It takes me like 10 times of being like, dude, you forgot, right? I have to be like, you're a stupid mother, right? You gotta get back in the habit, you know? So if I talk bad to myself, I'll get back in the habit of it, right? Now, right, so if I want something to change immediately, that's what I do. If I want to take my time and let the habit rebuild, I'll talk nicely to myself. Dude, you forgot to do it. Man, you gotta quit forgetting, right? That'll take me a week to 2 weeks. Hi, buddy. To get it back. Whereas I can call myself a stupid mofro, and then tomorrow I'll be back in the habit. And be careful on social media. Everything is celebrating laziness these days and not being responsible, and don't do that. Be responsible and don't be lazy. It's how you get through life, regardless of what people say. Get out of here, boy.